back. Well, after 2 jam-packed weeks, Wimbledon has wrapped up. Yannick Sinner defeating Carlos Alcaraz in a 4-set thriller. But I gotta say, Will, Kate and the kids, they did a pretty good job of stealing the show
What
in
tennis?
the stands.
Was there tennis on? For more, let's bring in our royal correspondent and author, Juliet Reid in Sydney. Hey, Juliet. Well, I mean, she looked great, didn't she? And we know there was some illness going into this, but she looked lovely and the crowd just couldn't get enough of her and the kids.
Yeah, look, we've all been waiting for her to appear at Wimbledon for the last 2 weeks. She is, of course, patron of the All England Club. And when she came to the ladies' finals yesterday, or the day before yesterday, in our time, you know, everyone, she got a standing ovation on centre court. Where was the tennis? It was all about Kate. But you know, everyone is so pleased to see her. And then to bring the whole family, William was there, the kids were there. Wonderful to see.
Well, I just think it's well, not all the kids, not our favourite Louis, sadly, but the other two there, front and centre.
True, true.
I just think, you know, I don't know that we recognise enough how instrumental Princess Catherine is to the success and the survival of the royal family at this stage.
Look, I think you can see it right there. The people love her. She hasn't really put a foot wrong ever. And she's just so good at those events. It's all very low-key. She talks a lot. She's really got that listening gene, I think, and I think that has grown over time. You know, having gone through that cancer journey, she has changed, I think, in the public eye, especially. There was the terrible time she had right at the beginning when we didn't know what was wrong with her, and she faced a vortex of awful things being written about her online. I think everyone has moved on from that. I think everyone is Team Kate now. I think we all want to see her.
Such respect for her.
Yeah.
Such respect for her. We do. She's pivotal to the future of the monarchy. She and William are very much in lockstep, and it's good to see.
Well, speaking of the future of the monarchy, we're hearing reports of a royal reconciliation after the King's senior aides secretly met with Prince Harry's team in London. This is it. They're sending their people in first. This is the first part of the meeting. And then they go back, and then they have their little war rooms, and then they come back again. Negotiations are happening here. What's going on?
Yes, look, this is all based on a Daily Mail story where they snapped a photo of the King's head of communications with 2 of the Sussex aides having a meeting at the Royal Overseas League. This is a club just down the road from Clarence House. They looked very cosy. They looked like they were chatting about something important. We don't know what it was, of course, but we all imagine it's the King being reunited with his son and hopefully his grandchildren.
Well, I mean, how accidental do you think those photos were? Because they were out on a balcony in public view.
Well, I don't know. I think, you know, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about these things. It is very hot in the UK at the moment. In order to take that picture, you'd have to be out in Green Park looking back. It is a private members club, so it is private. And not everyone knows what the head of communications looks like or the Sussex team's aides. So I don't know. Maybe it was placed. Maybe, you know, it is the Daily Mail. The head of communications used to work for the Daily Mail. So what can we say?
I think it's all part of a little drip-feeding, breadcrumbing campaign to get us installed in this, to really get us invested. William's team wasn't there. Does that mean anything?
I don't think so. This is all about the King and his son at the moment. You know, Harry has said that he really wants to see his father. There is the Invictus Games next year. Is it next year? Or the year after? Next year in the UK. Harry wants some of his family there. We understand he will be asking the King. So, you know, these are the early steps, baby steps. But we'd like to think that they are behind the scenes having conversations on the phone, but we don't know that, do we?
No. They've got a fair bit to work through as well, don't they? Now, this all comes as the palace announces the dates of Donald Trump's state visit to the UK. How do you expect that to go down?
It's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? He's coming in September, the 17th to the 19th. Obviously, Donald Trump already said that it was September, so he released that information a while ago. The King's going to host the President and Melania Trump at Windsor Castle with the Queen also. You know, it means an awful lot to Donald Trump. We know that. This is British soft diplomacy at its best. There are a lot of people in the UK that are not very keen on Donald Trump, though, so I don't think they'll be able to quash those protesters. So it's going to be interesting. We saw the French state visit last week. Incredible pomp and ceremony. That is exactly what Donald Trump will be wanting.
He just wants a parade. At the end of the day, Juliet...
Bit of pomp and ceremony.
He loves a parade. And could he be wrong? They do
a few
it so
trumpets,
well.
couple of horses.
Some bunting. That's all he really wants.
He loves the parade, and he loves the fact that he's getting 2 visits. You know, we all remember that visit he had with Queen Elizabeth back.
Where did she go? She's right behind you, Donald. It's the best.
He kept
Incredible.
in front of her, didn't he?
We will be glued to the pictures whenever it happens. Thank you so much, Juliet. Always great to chat.
All right, well, it's been a big day for the Duke and Duchess of Wales, taking the kids to see the men's Wimbledon final. Could you imagine taking your kids to see a tennis game?
No, Carlos, I can't. For more, let's bring in Daily Mirror Royal Editor Russell Myers. Rusty, good morning to you. Yannick Sinner put up an incredible fight, but all eyes were on Princess Kate. She looked stunning.
So good.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Well, I think we're all expecting her to be there, or rather hoping that the Princess of Wales would show up to the All England Club. And she was there on fine form today. It's been an absolute roaster in London. The tennis was absolutely roasting as well. So great spectacle that the two guys put on today. And you know, Kate has made it not only for the women's final, but for the men's final as well. It's been a pretty busy period over the last few weeks for her, after she did say she's experienced a bit of a roller coaster, putting on a brave face with her cancer treatment and her recovery. But it was great to see her out and about today.
Dude, William, I mean, he's the part already, isn't he? Just incredible. It was great to see that round of applause. Terrific hat she's got on.
Yes.
Remember the Flake commercial in the 80s? No, Sarah's too young. All right, Louis obviously wasn't there either. But meantime, across town, I wanted to ask you about the senior aides for the King and also Prince Harry coming together to try and sort something out. How realistic is that?
Well, I suppose it's a little bit realistic than it was during the start of last week, because this sort of secret meeting that has taken place between the King's most senior communications aide and 2 of Prince Harry's aides. Meredith Maines is his US communications chief and Liam Maguire based in the UK. And we didn't think that this could have happened. Of course, that Prince Harry said in a recent interview that he was seeking reconciliation with his family. And I think most people in the palace laughed at that, because he's been throwing bombs from the other side of the Atlantic for so long now. But could this be the olive branch that everybody has been looking out for? I think there's a long way to go before he's invited over for Christmas dinner, but you never know in royal land.
Rusty, it's so weird. So the father and son cannot even speak to each other. They need to get outsiders to do the talking for them. I mean, seriously.
It happens.
It's not like a divorce settlement. It's crazy.
It's worse.
Oh, it is worse.
Well, this is no normal family, is it, Sarah? I mean, you know, we're dealing with the royal family here. I mean, they need to make appointments to see their own mother and father, it would seem. So, I mean, that is exactly what Prince Harry would need to do. He hasn't seen his father in over 16 months. He only came over here when he was heard the news that he was suffering from cancer. He's still undergoing that treatment. When Harry has been in the UK last time, the King didn't have time to see him. So, you know, if there is an opportunity for Harry, it will probably need to be in some backroom deal before he's invited back round the table. And I think that's fair enough, actually, because he's been rather naughty to his family over the last couple of years.
It's just sad. Makes me sad.
Can't be trusted. Huzzah!
Thank you, Rusty.
All right, mate. Thank you so much.